Okay, I think the first batch of cookies are done. Let's take a look at them. Oh my gosh, Carrie!
What?
They're huge! Oh my god! Look how big they are!
Oh my god!
They expanded! It looks like a triangle! And that pumpkin is just like a blob now, but you know what? Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah,
It
so
tastes
now we
good.
have a giant cookie.
Oh my gosh, the snowflake looks like a flower.
Oh, it does.
That's
You know,
hilarious.
yes.
They look yum though.
I mean, it smells yum. I wish you guys could smell, but you know, we
You
haven't
can't-
gotten there yet.
Yeah,
So,
olfactory not on
yeah,
there yet.
no.
Okay, so
So
Back
I'll
to
put I'll
chain-
put I'll put the next batch in.
yeah, sure, that'd
Yeah.
be great. So back to Chain of Thorns. So Grace Blackthorn, yeah, is a very interesting character in this book. Throughout the whole series, not just in the book, throughout the whole series. Yeah, Magnus Bane Chronicles, like I said, check that out. But not if you were just looking for like a fantasy series to get into and you're not a huge diehard Shadowhunters fan, I would recommend probably starting with the Mortal Instruments, to be honest. I found that this series was a really, really good series, and I'm not gonna lie, it's actually my favorite series that I've read so far with the
Really?
Shadowhunters. Yes, because I love how much the characters are tied not only to the characters that we just read in Infernal Vices, but they also are like tied to the characters we read in Mortal Instruments.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
they're almost like the characters in the middle between those two. So I just absolutely loved that the whole time. I thought it was
Oh my
so
God.
fun. I wrote down, I won't go through it, but I wrote down all the names of the characters as I was going through, and it was just so fun. I had a really, really fun time with these 3 books. Like, I really enjoyed this trilogy. I would recommend this to anyone who enjoys the Shadowhunters or has thought about reading it. You could still read it, no questions asked, but I think you would just get more out of the series with Mortal Instruments, because Mortal Instruments does a really good job of introducing you to all of the little nuances and names and
Right.
the nomenclature of all the things that there is Shadowhunters.
Yeah.
So I would give this series like 5 stars, like this entire series.
Yeah.
Love, love, love. First book, 4, and I just think it was 4 because it was just kind of like, there was nothing,
Going on too much? Or?
there was some things that were going on, but nothing was like, oh my gosh, this is a 5-star book. I've also
Right.
started to read a lot more books now that we've kind of been getting into more reading, so
Yeah.
I kind of like, it's not just I only have this like little view of books that I've read, so
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit more rounded and whatnot, so I can't give 5 stars to every single book that I read.
Yeah,
that I'm
and
like, that's good.
I'm feeling the same way, so I really have to think about it and really think like, okay, what would I really rate this book? And like, I always tend to go 4 because it's not quite a 5. For me, a 5 is I would definitely reread this in a heartbeat. I would even start right now. And like, I didn't stop reading and wanted to keep going, but now I have to kind of say, okay, is this something I would pick back up maybe in the future? Was I bored at any point? So now I kind of like, that's how I kind of rate my stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. So I rated this book 5. Like, it's the final to a series, so usually
Right.
that gets a 5-star, but you know, it's a really, really, really good. I will definitely reread the series again at some point in the future because I am obsessed with the Shadowhunter
I
world, the
really-
Shadowhunter families. Like, the more that I read about them, the more that you just like
Love
you
them.
just like feel more connected to them, because it's like now I just feel connected to like the whole like Herondale like family line and Fairchilds and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and it's really fun, it's really cool, and
I really need to read it. I need to start Bane Chronicles and then get into that one. That's how I'm taking it, so.
yeah, I would read the Bane Chronicles first. It's a really good read. It's a really fun read.
So I'm gonna start in with my next one that I read, and so this book was lent to me by a friend of ours that, you know, we do D&D with. We just started D&D like last year. Well, beginning of last year?
Yeah.
No, not beginning of
it was
last year.
end of-
It was like September
Late
of last
2024.
year. Yes. And he told me, because we were telling him that we're really into books and stuff, and he's like, you really need to check out this book. I think you'll really like it. And I'm gonna have to agree with him. So it's the first book in the Dragonlance series called Dragons of Autumn Twilight. Now, I didn't realize this, but it's a volume 1. So you know what volumes mean? That means that there's multiple books in here. So this one has 2 books in it.
Oh!
Yeah, so it doesn't look too bad of a read. It's actually, and to be honest, I actually did the audiobook because I was reading 2 books at the same time, trying to catch up to Danielle. So, and also I wanted to give this back to him because I didn't want to hold on to it forever.
So did you only listen to the first book in the audiobook, or did you listen to those 2 stories?
Oh, I listened to it's kind of like a continuation of the first story, so it didn't really, I didn't realize it was book 2 until I was like, book 2, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, and then it just picks up right after the first book.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty neat, and for me, I think the audiobook is actually very good. The narrator does all the voices very well. And this book almost feels like you are sitting at a table with a bunch of your friends and you were acting out all the scenes. And some of the scenes almost seem like somebody rolled a 1 and got really unlucky. You fall in love with all the characters. I think my favorite character is probably the Hobbit, you know, because Lord of the Rings, but there's other characters in there, like the dwarf. He's super grumpy, but he's absolutely hilarious in his like monologues. You got some mysterious sorcerer, and you're not sure where he's coming, and like some of the group thinks that he's the traitor, and it's just super interesting, very fun. You know, it has some emotional moments and some really funny points, and anyways, I think people should check this out.
So now I'm going to talk about my final book that I'm going to discuss today, and that is what I'm reading at the moment, which was so not what I planned to read at all. I happened to be at a local bookstore on Monday, and it's Thursday, by the way, when everybody reads this, so it's a few days later. So I decided to, I was just looking at the books, and then all of a sudden there was this book. And here's the thing, I really like sheep, and I think that they're just the funniest thing. It started when I was a kid. There was this pasture that was by my house, and the sheep would just run, and I loved to watch them run, and then that was just it. So every time there's like sheep stuff, I'm like, oh my god, the sheep! So, the sheep. There is a sheep detective story. So, naturally, it's called 3 Bags Full. It's actually translated from German from Leonie Swan. Yeah.
That's really cool.
I know. So, I just see this, and of course, I'm just like, huh? A book about sheep. And I didn't really think much of it, so I actually left the bookstore, was like, whatever. I couldn't stop thinking about this book. I read the back of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's just a funny, like, the book is told in the perspective of the sheep, and it's about Miss Maple, like the head sheep, and she's trying to solve the murder of their shepherd that was murdered. So it's just and I'm not very far in the book. I'm like 35 pages in. Oh my gosh, it's just so funny. There has been like a perspective of like the humans, but like you can tell like it's just mainly about like what the sheep are up to, and the sheep are gonna try to solve this murder, and I am here for that. It just sounds like it's gonna be like a fun, light book, and it's gonna be funny. It's already has been pretty funny. And on top of that, it's a mystery, which I kind of like and find interesting, so. Boop. And on top of that, it's a mystery, which I kind of find really fun and interesting. So, yeah. Sounds like some more cookies are out.
Second batch, not super expanded, but at least they're not one giant cookie.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. Alright, so I will start to get some cookies off there. That's all my books. This is what I'm currently reading right now. Enjoying it so far. Like I said, it's been really funny. I'm excited to keep reading it. And there's even like, I'm gonna try to show up.
Yeah, you need to show it. The pages, I love that.
Like, how cute! Like, my goodness. Anyways, just,
And it's also gonna be a movie, isn't it?
yeah, it says on the back, soon to be a major motion picture starring Hugh Jackman and Emma Thompson. This funny and surprising mystery features a new breed of detectives you've got to read to believe. And yeah, it's just like,
that sounds cute.
yeah, it's just a funny book with some sheep, some mystery. Yeah,
I love
really,
it.
yeah,
Oh my god.
hilarious.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And watch the movie, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna read the book. Maybe I'll check out the movie.
Yeah, who knows what that's gonna be like.
So, I just finished this book last night. Book of Doors.
Yay!
Yes. So by Gareth Brown. Holy crap. Okay, so she said this was your number one, right?
This was my number one fantasy
So
as
again,
of right
she
now.
was harassing me. She was like, "Karen, you need to read this book right now." And so I read it. And wow. Yeah, I can see why this was your number one. Because this is probably a really good book that you should check out right now. And if you want more details about it, check out our top 5. Danielle goes into detail about it. She does a fantastic job with it. Anyways, yeah, 5 out of 5 for me.
Oh, yay!
Yes.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, like, wasn't bored at all. Wanted to keep going.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah, it's super intense though. Like at first you're like, oh cool, we're going through these doors, we're checking it, we're going through the world basically, and it's such an adventure. And you're just like, yeah, I love this. Like I want to explore more, and then you start to imagine yourself like, what would I do with this book? Like where would I go? And then tragedy always strikes, right, with bad guys, and the bad guys are really bad, like almost cruel. And unnecessarily cruel almost, and you're just like, wow, what is she gonna do to defend herself against these bad guys? And then you meet these other characters, and you start to really fall in love with these characters and hope that nothing bad happens to them. It's amazing, and also, I have lots of quotes that I'm gonna read to you. Okay?
Yeah, excuse me for a second, sorry.
It's all right. I suppose I shall allow you. Yeah, this book, I really connected with Cassie, the main character. And anyway, so first quote really touched me. She says, "This world is awful and mean, and I hate it. But books have always been a place I can go. I prefer books to the real world." And that's just me.
So relatable.
It very is.
I'm sure many people.
Because a lot of people, like, the world is mean, and I hate it. Like, and books, you can just dive into a book, be in a different world, explore different characters, and have a happy ending at the end. I mean, not every book has a happy ending, but most of them. And I don't know. I just love that quote because it's so true.
Yeah, it really speaks to the reader. Like,
Yes.
Really.
So my second quote that I really liked is someone that's giving her advice. And he says, "I can say the same about life in general. Take a little advice from me. Don't waste your life hidden away in your own mind. Make the most of the time you have. Otherwise, before you know it, you'll have no time left." And that's so true, because I find like when you're young, you kind of think that you have all the time in the world to experience life. and you waste it away doing absolutely nothing until you get sick or something happens or you don't talk to your loved ones for a while, like your grandparents or whatever, and then all of a sudden they're gone. And it feels just like life is just wasted at that point. So I find that quote just, it speaks to, you know, take advantage of your life before it's gone, right?
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I know who said that.
Yeah, I don't want to say who it is because it's kind of like a surprise. Now this one, I have two on the same page.
I see that.
Yeah. Life is full of hard and scary things. Sometimes you know you are going to face something hard and scary, but you have to get on with it. No bitching and moaning, get it done.
That's so, like,
Yeah.
valid and true, and, like, you know what? Every once in a while, we all need to hear that, don't we?
Yeah, because I mean, for me, I get very anxious to do certain things, and like I don't want to do it, and then I procrastinate, or I'll make an excuse, and sometimes I force my husband to do it for me, and just to make it easier. And honestly, life is full of hard and scary things, and we should, you know, sometimes you need to face it, and it can be hard, but you know, you always have people around you to help you get through them too. So yeah, and anyways, he continues on. If you stop, you admit the bad stuff has won, don't you? All you can do is keep going. Refuse to be beaten, even when you are beaten. The bad stuff only wins if you let it. I refuse to be beaten, Cassie. I refuse. I think that's great.
That's a good one.
Because life can be hard on you, and then you feel so beaten down, and you just want to pick yourself back up, right? But sometimes you don't want to, and I don't know. I think, you know, there's a lot of bad stuff out there, and don't let it get you down, basically.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's really good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
so Book of Doors. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Book of Doors. Now, what's next? Because I finished that last night. So, I know, not last night. I read it on my afternoon break, and I finished it then. So,
So you got something to read. You need something to read.
yeah. So right now I'm checking out the audiobook for the second one for Dragonlance. That one's Dragons of Winter Midnight, I believe. And so far, pretty good. I think I'm on chapter 7, but that one has 3 books. So yeah, it's gonna take me a while. But for a reading, I'm gonna read Nightbane, which is the second one to Lightlark. So I'm probably gonna start this tonight before bed, and
I'm excited for you to read this.
you know, cute little protective cover.
It is so cute. I love it.
But
All right. Are we ready to try these cookies or
oh
what?
heck yeah, I've been ready since we started.
Woo! Okay. Which one do you want?
I want the ghost that looks like a Stegosaurus.
I kind of want this triangle. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good cookie making.
Yes.
Oh, pretty good.
It's crunchy, but yet soft. I like a good sugar cookie.
Yeah.
Even though these really expanded into one cookie, you actually like cut them out pretty good.
Yeah, pretty bad.
But yeah,
Yeah, pretty good.
yeah.
I'm not upset.
Me neither. Everybody likes a good cookie, and I think you should enjoy a cookie too.
Yes, treat yourself. You deserve it.
You deserve it, you beautiful person.
All right, well,
Is that it?
that's this episode of Cooks with Books.
I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know down in the comments what you're reading, and maybe we'll check it out too.
Yeah, give us suggestions.
Yeah.
We always want to know.
And if you've read one of these books, let us know what you think about them too.
And let me know if anybody else is reading the Sheep Detective story.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Let me know. It's important. But yeah, we got some reading to do.
We've got lots of reading to do. But anyways, like and subscribe.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.